Good morning. Welcome to day 2, Monday, October 6, 2025. We're about 6 miles or so from peak number 2, Mount Waumbek. So it's around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Gonna start moving. Gonna have a road walk today, hopefully. It's about 8:45. Made it to the summit of Mount Weeks, almost a 4,000 footer. So down we go now. All right, it's 9:45. Just made it to the summit of Middle Weeks. Gonna take my first break here and keep on marching to North Weeks. All right, it's 10:30. Made it to South Weeks Mountain. Next stop, Mount Waumbek. All right, it is noon, day 2, summit number 2, Mount Waumbek. It's another warmer than usual day. Definitely gonna want some more electrolytes. Gonna take a break here out the feet, and then it's about 4 miles down to the trailhead. And yeah, once again, it took me a little over 4 hours to do a little over 6 miles, so about 1.5 miles an hour, give or take. All right, just met a bunch of friendly people on Mount Star King. They're hanging out. I'm going to keep moving, heading down to the trailhead. All right, it is 2:30. I am less than 5 minutes away from the trailhead at Star King. So my dilemma is it's 2:30. I think I had to check Google Maps. I think it's about 6 miles of highway walking before I can turn off onto Jefferson Notch Road. And that doesn't go into the Forest Service for a little bit before I could disperse camp somewhere. So that's probably, I'm guessing, 8 to 10 more miles. And it starts getting dark around 6:30. So I don't think I'm going to be rushing on my second day out. Again, I feel pretty spent right now after doing around 10 miles. I think instead I'm going to set up camp right near the trailhead, have electrolytes, have a lot of water, do the road walk tomorrow, and then see if I just camp right next to the Caps Ridge trailhead, or I try to make a dent in the trail tomorrow. That I don't know. That's going to be the unknown, because I'll definitely be doing more than 1.5 miles an hour on the road. So I don't want to have like a half day. So I'll have to figure that out. And again, water is going to be the issue once I leave the road. I may not have access to water until I get on the other side of, or until I get to Star Lake near Madison Hut. So that's going to be a while. So yeah, I got to figure that out. We'll see. Right now I'm going to get tent set up and get some electrolytes going. Okay, so it's around 4:30. I'm going to be camped again at low elevation, like 2,600 feet, I think. I had a tiny bit of cell service, and just out of curiosity, I looked on Google Maps. There is a gas station / convenience store not too far from here. And there were pictures of pizza and cold drinks, of course. I'm really tempted to go and get some of that. Oh, and you can see, look at that neat little gear failure. I set up this tent and checked everything before I head out, and everything looked good. And now I've got a zipper failure. So this is an older tent. I'm probably just going to chuck it and be done with it. But yeah, that's a little frustrating. Oh well. Yeah, I'd really like to take that meander to the convenience store, but I just don't know if I have the energy. I feel like it might be smarter just to conserve my energy. And it's on the way tomorrow. They'll probably have like some sort of breakfast sandwich, so I could do that instead. Yeah, it might be, because it might be, the mileage isn't totally accurate, not quite sure how far it really is, but it could be a half mile one way, so that's like an extra mile of walking that I don't necessarily feel like doing. I'd rather let my body rest and recover, so, but I'm still thinking about it. Other than that, going to settle in, probably have another get to sleep early. Hopefully I'll get up a little earlier tomorrow. I have not set an alarm yet, and it's like 6:15 or so when daybreak hits, and I didn't get up till 6:30 today, so I slept like 11 hours, so I was very tired. So I think I'm just going to let my body adjust, and then maybe at some point I'll start setting alarms, but not yet. Probably leave the rain fly off again tonight, and we'll see in the morning, unless I go for that pizza mission. Oh, and I guess just because it was kind of surprising, I actually saw 2 backpackers, one going the way I was going and he passed me, and then one going the opposite way, within like the first hour this morning. I didn't think I'd see anyone until I got to Waumbek, so that was kind of cool. And I did see a bunch of day hikers on Waumbek and Mount Star King. The trail, I'd say from where I camped last night at York Pond Trail Junction to South Weeks, a lot of the trail was pretty overgrown, blowdowns that weren't taken care of. A very claustrophobic trail for big sections of it. And then it looked like maybe last year or the year before, a trail crew had been out from like South Weeks to Waumbek. It was in much better shape. And then once you got to Mount Star King, the trail was, in real good shape. So when the trail is in terrific shape, that also wears you down. So I think it's just all those combination of factors. And I still don't have my New Hampshire trail legs yet. That I think it was the right call to stop before the road walk, because then I would have been committed to, 8 miles of walking before I could potentially find somewhere to camp, and I'd also have to have water nearby. So I think this was the right call.